How we can become a truthful society. About the transformation of humanity. Written and read by Huxley. Our society is sick because it is untruthful. Something untruthful cannot survive. In order to have a future, we must see this and then change. In the following, I will show how this can succeed. Imagine a community in which everyone does what truly fulfills them. One person is a farmer because he finds fulfillment working in the barn and in the fields. Another is a car mechanic because he finds fulfillment in repairing cars, and so on. The farmer harvests more than he and his family can eat, so he gives the surplus to the community. If someone has problems with their car, they take it to the mechanic, who enjoys repairing it. Everyone gives and takes according to their talents and possibilities. Everyone gives their best. Everyone has a fulfilled life. Everyone is in the flow. And the community thrives. It's like nature. Quote from my article, Bartering equals Deceiving. A truthful community comprises truthful people. Truthful people act truthfully and fulfill their purposes as part of the whole. As a result, they experience bliss, which is why they don't need payment for what they do. They act out of joy in what they do. That's why there is no bartering in such a community. A born artist finds their highest fulfillment in creating works of art. A born researcher finds their highest fulfillment in exploring the world. But not everyone can fulfill their life's purpose alone. A born teacher, for example, needs people to teach. In nature, there are many communities, males and females with offspring, herds, biotopes, etc. Humans also belong to several, sometimes intertwined communities. A partnership, a family, friendships, a club, a village, a country, all of humanity, and we too are part of this planet's biosphere. All natural communities are truthful. Most human communities are untruthful. A human community can be untruthful for two reasons. First, the members don't fit together. Second, the members fit together but act untruthfully. Knowingly acting untruthfully is lying. Unknowingly acting untruthfully arises from programs. Since people are controlled by programs over 99%, they mostly act untruthfully. I discuss the programs that control us in my article, Why the question "What am I?" is important and magical. How can we become a truthful society? For an answer, we must understand how we can recognize a truthful community. I see 4 criteria. First, truthfulness. Everyone acts truthfully. Second, purpose in life. Everyone fulfills their purpose in life. Third, caring. People support each other. Fourth, no bartering, and therefore no money. Truthfulness is the basis. Everything else arises from it. But since truthfulness cannot be seen from the outside, we need the other 3 criteria. Our society functions mainly through bartering. This alone shows how untruthful it is. In my article, Bartering equals Deceiving, I describe how bartering came about and has become increasingly untruthful. The transformation to a truthful society cannot be ordered from above. If, for example, money were abolished, wages would no longer be paid and people would no longer have to pay for goods and services. That would cause the existing system to collapse within days. The Austrian actor Roland Düringer once asked his audience, who would work what they work even if they weren't paid for it? Of the 600 people present, 2 came forward. If money were abolished, over 99% of people would stop working in their current jobs. Soon, there would be hardly any products and services available anymore. Caring within a community is natural. In a herd of animals, for example, the strong support the weak, that is, the children, the old, and the sick. In a human herd based on bartering, many of the weak perish because they cannot afford the help of the strong. Socialism orders care from above, but because of the untruthfulness of the people, it doesn't work. Many interpret this as a reward for being weak, which is why many weak people become lazy. They no longer exert themselves. And some strong people turn lazy because they don't see why they should support lazy people. Socialism promotes laziness. Laziness does not occur in nature. In nature, even the weakest constantly exert themselves in order to become stronger. If the weak gain the upper hand in a herd, it perishes. This is natural selection. Since the weak inevitably get the upper hand in a socialist system, every socialist community perishes eventually. History provides the proof of this. The seed of a truthful society is you. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Michael Jackson in Man in the Mirror. The transformation of society starts with your becoming truthful. It helps if you free yourself from your programs because they generate over 99% of your actions and thinking, and most of it is untruthful. I explain how you can free yourself in my article, How to Become What You Truly Are in 7 Steps. This does not mean that you should stop selling or exchanging your products or services. That's not possible in the existing system because you have to cover your living costs. Nor does it mean that you should become a Samaritan or a Mother Teresa and help everyone. It's about growing your seed of truthfulness. You do this by welcoming other people in. Start with people who are close to you and with whom you don't barter. These are probably your partner, your parents, your children, and perhaps very close friends. However, there are also hidden barters. In a partnership, for example, love could be traded for financial security, or sex for social status, or two people are together only because neither of them wants to be alone. Such barters are not wrong. They are untruthful, and if you want to be truthful, you must recognize and stop them. Be a role model and an inspiration. Be unconditionally honest and support the others in your nucleus. Help them become stronger. Help them grow and watch what happens. Are these people also unconditionally honest with you? Do they also support you? Are they also helping you to become stronger? It's not about you getting back immediately or equally. As soon as you pay attention to this, you end up in the mindset of untruthful bartering again. If your truthfulness is not reciprocated, stop involving these people, at least for now. Supporting each other without bartering is the essence of true love. This goes far beyond romantic love. It is the basis of all truthful cooperation. I discuss this in my articles, What is Love and Why Do We Need It? And To Survive as a Species, We Must Work Together. Your third contribution to the transformation of humanity is a we mindset. Be aware of being part of communities and contributing to their thriving. This applies to your partnership and friendships and all other communities to which you belong. This includes nature because you are part of this planet's biosphere. This contribution is just as important as the other two because mindsets are contagious. I provide the reasoning in my article, Why and How Thoughts Affect Matter. You transform humanity by making 3 contributions. First, truthfulness. Second, extending your truthfulness. Third, we mindset. The more people do this, the faster we will become a truthful society. Even if the seeds of truthfulness are small at first, they will grow, just as a few small fires can set an entire forest on fire. Truthfulness always triumphs over untruthfulness. Lies run sprints, but the truth runs marathons. Michael Jackson. How could a truthful community of, say, 1 million people look like? Aldous Huxley provides an answer in his novel Island. There he describes the life of the people on the fictional island of Pala. Very inspiring.